Are you listening?
Are you listening?
Mom, Dad, are you listening? Hi, I'm Ashley McKee, your host of Are You Listening, the place where parents can hear the teenage perspective on parenting. This week's teenage perspective comes from Keri in Tennessee, who says, "Watch what you say about my mistakes that I've made, because you sometimes hurt my feelings." Sounds like Keri's feeling a little frustrated. Responding to Keri's perspective this week will be author and speaker David R. Smith. Mom, Dad, are you listening?
Well, it sounds like Keri has fallen victim to that dual pain of having to admit failure in her life and simultaneously having that moment exacerbated by some stinging words from her parents. Listen, this problem's everywhere. Spouses do it, coworkers do it, friends do it. But I believe that when sharp words are directed towards kids from their parents, the pain and the devastation is far more damaging because of the vulnerability that's built into the relationship between us and our kids. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and acknowledge two truths. Number one, kids are going to make mistakes. Now, I know that somebody somewhere just went, duh, but hear me out. You see, if we truly believe that to be the understatement of the century, then why don't we as parents proactively fashion some tactful ways of handling the situations that we know are coming down the pipe? You see, if we do that, we don't have to shoot from the hip. We don't have to speak on the fly. Because if we do that, we're running the risk because, number two, words are powerful. Nobody that you and I know believes the old grade school anthem of "Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me." It's because we've all been wounded, stung, cut deeply by hurtful words, even when they weren't intended to be hurtful. So how do you and I as parents prevent this problem in the lives of our kids? Well, let's do these two things. Number one, let's ask questions. Ask questions in the midst of tough moments is very, very important, because if we're asking questions, we're not making accusations, and that alone is huge. And by the way, I'm ripping this off from the greatest parent in the world, God. See, asking questions is His MO. Just look back into the Garden of Eden, Genesis chapter 3. When Adam and Eve sinned, what did God do? He walked into the garden face to face with them and began the conversation by asking questions. You and I need to do the same thing as parents. Ask questions in the difficult times. But number two, let's also forge a game plan going forward. Every professional sports coach does this, especially after a loss, because nobody wants to lose again. You see, hoping that things are going to be different next time isn't a strategy. Nobody wants to pin their future on that. So let's seize this moment and make sure that our kids learn from this mistake. I know this is difficult. I know this is a hard line for parents to toe, because we have to balance compassion with firmness, and that's never easy. But I hope these couple of tips helps. So Mom and Dad, thanks for listening.